You will never have a successful web design business if you don't build recurring revenue. And here are 5 reasons why building recurring revenue is the most important thing you have to do. Reason number 1, it's guaranteed revenue that comes in every month regardless if you make any sales or not, and it builds up exponentially because you're getting a little something on every website you build. Reason number 2, it allows you to not be desperate for a sale, so that way you can focus on getting ideal clients and getting the type of projects you want to work on. Reason number 3, it allows you to scale beyond yourself by hiring employees that get paid hourly, that are doing activities that you would otherwise have to use your time for, and you can guaranteed pay them because you have this guaranteed revenue. Reason number 4 is business valuation. Your web design business is worth nothing if you have 0 recurring revenue. Any interested buyer is not interested in the brand, in the logo, in your past work. All they care about is recurring revenue. And the amount of money you can sell your web design business for is a direct representation of how much recurring revenue you've built up over time. Reason number 5 is you're working today to get paid in the future. So whether you're on vacation, whatever you like doing, you're going to continue to get paid off of work you've done in the past. And that's the beautiful thing about recurring revenue. You're not constantly having to continue to work. You have actually built up revenue while you're not working. So here's a good example. Let's say you sell 30 websites in a year, $5,000 each. You've made $150,000. Pretty good, right? But then next year, you start from 0, from scratch. It's like you haven't done anything. Now let's take the same amount of websites. So let's say you sold 30 websites, $5,000 each. You make $150,000, but then you charge $100 for each one of them. $100 times 30, that's $3,000 a month you're making next year automatically at the beginning of next year without making new sales. So that's $36,000 you're going to make next year based off this recurring. You fast forward this 5 years and you're going to make $150,000 without making any new sales, without building any new websites. So you're starting to understand the power of recurring revenue. Over a course of many years, it builds up huge. And this is real value your company has. You can take that and sell it anytime for a multiple of that. You can take that recurring revenue and hire people so you don't have to do the work. So you're starting to get how this recurring revenue can change everything. And it's absolutely key to a successful web design business where you're going to make money in the future without having to work for it and having a team and all the good stuff we're all trying to do with our web design businesses. So now that you understand the importance of building recurring revenue, let's talk about 6 ways you can build recurring revenue in your web design business today. Starting with number 1, web hosting and maintenance. This is one of the easiest ones to do and it's very low churn. People don't usually cancel this and it's almost passive income. You can charge anywhere from $50 to $100 to several $100s per month for this. And here's what you have to do for it. So on top of the hosting, you log in once a month, you do all the updates, you send off some Google Analytics reports, and you make sure that any requests or edits that the client wants, you're on them immediately. Hosting companies don't provide this. They usually just provide the hosting and you have to deal with your own website. Business owners don't know and don't care to know how to deal with their websites. So this is why you can actually charge a decent fee for web maintenance. Most hosting companies don't do this. They don't touch the actual website. They just do the hosting. The business owner doesn't know how to edit the website. They don't care to learn how to edit the website. They just want somebody taking care of it. And this is why you're able to charge more than the hosting companies to handle this for them. If you're doing WordPress websites, I recommend you use SiteGround for hosting the websites. You can start off with a smaller plan and have 5-10 websites on it on a shared server. And then you can upgrade to a dedicated server. It's a little bit more expensive, but you can fit literally tens and hundreds of websites and they'll run fast, no problem. And if there are rarely any issues, they have pretty good customer support, so should be able to take care of problems without needing to waste too much of your time. I have a link in the description for SiteGround if you're interested in that, check it out. The second way you can build recurring revenue in your web design company is through SEO, search engine optimization. So this one is results based because you have to try and rank your clients' websites to the first page of Google. It is a bit higher churn because it's a higher price and it's not passive. You have to do work. Once they're on the first page, you can lay off the gas a little bit, but it's definitely not as passive as web hosting and maintenance. For SEO, you can charge anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to several $1,000s per month easily. I won't get too deep into SEO on this video, But there's on-page SEO, there's off-page SEO, there's technical SEO, there's local SEO. So there's a number of things and tasks you can do to help your clients rank on Google, get more leads, and pay you to do so. For SEO, we use this software called SE Ranking. We used to use SEMrush, but then we moved over to SE Ranking. It's a little bit cheaper and has a lot of the same features. And we use this software to do keyword research, to track keyword rankings for our clients' websites, to do website audits, to create reports every month for our clients. And we found it to be a very helpful piece of software. I put a link in the description for that as well. It's a bit cheaper than SEMrush. You might find it pretty helpful. The third way you can build recurring revenue in your web design agency is through Google Ads management. So it's a lot like SEO where it's results based, it's a higher churn, it's a higher price, and it's not passive. Once you get some ads rolling and they're doing good, you can lay off the gas. But again, it's kind of like SEO. You have to keep an eye on it. And as soon as the results start going down, you have to get back on it to improve those results. Again, for this service, you can charge anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to more than that. And then the client has to pay for their own ad spend. So however much they're willing to pay for. I'm not going to get deep into Google Ads either, but it's basically Google's platform and it's pay-per-click. So the client pays for every click that they get to their website. You can target keywords, you can target locations, and through this you drive relevant traffic to your client's website and they pay you to do it. The fourth way I want to mention how you can make recurring revenue for your web design company is through social media management. Whether it's organic content or paid ads, you can do this for the client. You can manage their content. You can create and post their content. You can run their ads and so on. This is not a service that we've done, so I can't speak too much about it, but it's definitely something that our clients ask us for, and it's definitely something you can upsell to your web design clients. We haven't gotten into it because we initially did only web design and then we slowly got into SEO. We slowly got into Google Ads, so we haven't gotten to social media yet. Again, I think for social media management, you can probably charge thousands a month, but it's definitely not a passive thing, and the client does have a lot of input because it is their social media account, it's their ads, it's their content. So it would be a very collaborative approach that you have to go through, and it's definitely not a passive income, but it's something that you would be able to charge for monthly. Another way you can build recurring revenue in your web design company is through email marketing. Now, this one is pretty niche because a lot of companies have no need for regular email services. However, e-commerce in specific would be a very applicable type of business for this service. E-commerce stores often send out emails with coupon codes and promotions and sales, and this is where you can come in and help them set up their email marketing platform, build an email marketing list, start doing regular email marketing blasts. So it really depends on the niche, but email marketing is a good one. You can probably charge $500, $1,000 or more for this per month, depending on the scale. We have a couple e-commerce clients that we do this for, but it's definitely not a huge part of our business. Another way you can build recurring revenue is through graphic design. And this one is similar to email marketing. You have to find niche type of businesses that require regular graphic design needs. So for example, you could be doing their graphics for their social media or graphics for their email marketing. So you have to find niche companies that need graphic design on a regular basis, and you could bundle that up as a monthly package. And the last thing you can do to build recurring revenue, you can actually make marketing plans that include some of these, like email marketing, SEO, Google Ads, graphic design. You can bundle them up in a package that is multiple thousands of dollars per month. And this would be a big one. It's definitely not passive. You have to do a lot of work and a lot of different kind of work, but you can definitely build up your recurring very fast this way because you're going to be able to charge thousands of dollars per month for each client. Before I wrap this video up, I want to give you my personal experience with recurring revenue in our agency, Grandway Marketing, which you can check out. It's grandwaymarketing.com. So before 2021, we had barely any recurring revenue. I was just selling websites one by one, and then every month I would chase another one and another one and another one. And at this point, I was doing the web design, I was doing the outreach, I was doing the sales, I was doing everything, and I was stuck doing everything. For a couple of years, I was stuck doing everything because I didn't have any recurring revenue. I couldn't have a big enough vision. I literally couldn't have a vision because I was so stuck doing the activities, the outreach, the sales, the building of the websites, then back to outreach, sales, the building of the websites, and it never ended. I could never take a break because money would stop coming in. I couldn't hire anybody because I didn't have any guaranteed income. So I couldn't guarantee anybody a job. I could only hire contractors, and it's not as reliable as to when you can guarantee people a job. I honestly didn't even buy any cool shit before I had any recurring revenue. Like, it was very average. I felt very stuck. I was running my own business, which is better than a regular 9 to 5 job, but it definitely wasn't that great. Now, once I tapped into recurring revenue in 2021, it became my biggest focus. As soon as I got out, I don't know what the first one was. I think it was like $100 a month or $85 a month. But as soon as I realized that payment was coming in every month, I was like, oh my God, this is the secret. So nowadays, we won't even take on a job unless they get the monthly. If there's no monthly in it for us, we're not even taking on the job because there's no point. I would rather focus on clients that are willing to pay a monthly fee for whatever service, and that way we're building the value of the company. We're building recurring revenue that I can deploy to hire more people, revenue that we can deploy for more ads, revenue we can deploy in many areas to keep the company growing and hire people. And that way, slowly but surely, I become more free from the daily activities of the business. I can take a week off. I can take a month off. I can take the midday off because I have other people taking care of things and we have money coming in. And that's what you're working for. You can have a vision. You can have employees. You can have a team. It makes everything great. It's not just about the money. It's about everything else beyond the money. The funny thing is, I was told before I even had recurring revenue that I should be focusing on recurring revenue, and I didn't care for it because I was in that mode of always trying to get a sale. Oh, I need a couple grand. I need to pay my bills. Like, my mind wasn't tapped into it, and I didn't even listen when I was told. But when I saw it for myself, when I saw money coming in every month without doing anything or with doing very little work, without having to sell, without having to stress, it changed everything. So I can't stress the importance of recurring revenue. If you want a successful web design business, and if you want the valuable web design business that you can sell later on, this is the way you do it, recurring revenue. I hope you found great value in this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions, if you have any other ideas for recurring revenue,